Okay, chapter 4 complete. Chapter 5, white noise. Okay. Looks like we're Abby again.
I couldn't find anything to eat. The kitchen's pretty cleaned out.
Oh God, what do I need to do to kill Nick?
I brought you this.
That was... Fuck. I don't even know what happened. It was all just...
Yeah, I agree. The tarot stuff does feel like they actually know about tarot enough to pull it off in like a pretty cool way. Bitter! Break up, break up, break up, break up.
You ran away.
What?
It jumped on me, and you ran away. You just left me there.
Nick, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I thought...
What, you'd rather just save yourself?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're making Abby uncomfortable. Good. Break up.
Alright, they're off to find a radio or something.
What's with the
we found another in Mr. H's office, so just
Oh God, we got Brenda's song with a gun. Fuck yeah.
The lights?
Not sure. Any better?
I'm doing okay. Kinda.
Boo. I'm trying to kill you.
Phone's dead. They're gonna try to send out an SOS or something. We're holding down the fort.
I thought you said Dylan and Ryan already left.
Wait, stay here. I'll check it out.
We don't know what's out there. It could be dangerous.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna check it out.
Alright, Brenda's song. Am I going to be playing as Brenda's song? Because I'm ready to be on edge again, trying to keep her alive. I feel that I haven't gotten to play as Caitlin that much. I'm ready to get my Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior on. I've never seen a shotgun like that with like a flashlight on the bottom. But I mean, I don't really know much about guns. I pretty much only ever see them in media because I'm not American. Or fucking Israeli. Ugh. You can add them for hunting at night. It makes sense. I just never seen it before. Initially when I was looking at it, I was confused because I thought it might be a scope. I was like, why the fuck would you put the scope at the bottom of your shotgun? But also, why would you put a scope on a shotgun? Because a shotgun isn't exactly like a long-range hunting weapon. Oh, shit. It's the big titty hunter. As in, a hunter with big titties, not that he's hunting for big titties. But to be fair, I don't know what he's hunting for, so... maybe he is. I'm so obsessed with Caitlin's outfit. I want a little crop hoodie, like now. Also, I like the color. I feel that I've been wanting a hoodie in that color for ages. There's this Yellow Jackets hoodie in that color that I remember seeing somewhere, and I really wanted it, but I don't remember where I saw that. I just really like that shade of yellow. They're so cute. Crop hoodies are the shit. I love them. Oh, nice. I don't have any. I need to get on that. Okay, for some reason, it's consistently harder to survive as the women. I feel like there's been more of that kind of gameplay so far. Shit!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, what the fuck? He took my gun? Oh, maybe I didn't hold my breath for long enough? Well, I guess at least I'm alive.
Hey, so this may not be like the best time.
Oh,
to
hell
say,
yeah.
but,
I love the codeine high.
What?
Welcome back, Dan.
yeah, so like I was just, thinking about like the start of summer and when we first met.
Oh
and
my god,
stuff
shut
like that,
up!
and
I'm trying so hard to get
now
you
that summer's
killed.
over and, is that
If only
the
so I
last
don't
time
have
we
to
see each
listen to
other,
this
you know?
shit anymore.
Sorry, Nick. What are you saying?
Insecure.
Hey, I'm kind of pouring my heart out here.
Nick, I'm sorry. Can we talk about this
Yeah,
later?
thank you,
I'm really
Abby.
freaked out. It's just not a good time.
You're hard to read.
Wait, what?
You're not even listening, are you?
No, because I don't fucking
I-
care. Time and
Wow.
fucking place.
I think I was that boring.
Gosh, you're hurt. I just want to make sure we're safe, okay?
Oh gosh, I just want to make sure that we're safe. I can't believe you just said gosh. You made Abby feel guilty.
Up there, Caitlin.
Break up, break up, break up, break up.
It's okay, I got this.
You're hard to read. Nick, she's
Oh my God.
literally an autistic lesbian.
gun?
Leave her alone.
No, we have to hide.
That's right.
Quick.
God, his titties are really popping. I'm worried about getting the others killed. Obviously, getting Nick killed is fine, but I don't want to get the others killed, so... His tits are bigger than mine. They're enormous. Why did they give him such fat titties? I don't know. I don't know. He's just the fattest titties in this whole game, for real.
So the radio hut has like an actual radio? I thought it was just like for your morning announcements.
Oh yeah, it used to be more of a actual radio station actually.
God, what do I gotta do to get
I mean, it
Nick
is still technically,
and Jacob
but nobody
killed?
brings the camp anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird actually that there used to be kids with their radio and their portable CD player and everything.
Growl.
You know, nowadays everything we need is on the phone, but Mr. Hackett takes it on the first day of camp so that we're not distracted by technology.
Technology, it giveth and it taketh.
Am I
is
Dylan
that
right now?
something, like,
Okay.
that you want to go into?
Camp radio?
No, like DJing or music.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
I'm
like
still walking.
music, but
It's got a creepy camera
I think
angle.
I want to major in quantum physics.
My position on the Twinks is that I would like to
What?
see them kiss. So maybe I'll try and keep them alive until that happens, and then see if I can get the white one
Science
killed.
guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, not here.
I'm sorry. I'm so completely fascinated by this. What do you mean by not here?
Not here.
We can bury
at-
the gays after they kiss.
I do that at
exactly.
home, and then here, I
Yeah, you're a wise cracking smartass.
That's a little harsh, but...
No?
Okay, so maybe I was a little nervous when I arrived in an uncomfortable social situation, and I overcompensated a little bit by making a bunch of jokes.
You played into it.
Yeah, I mean, people kind of...
No queerbaiting on this
enjoy
Game Assist
the
stream.
blasé
Absolutely
Dylan.
not.
And do you enjoy the blase Dylan?
Not yet, like, you know, whatever, man. It's pretty cool. It's fine. I like Dylan.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Dylan. I'm Ryan. Well, actually, let's get the fuck out of here, Ryan.
Yeah, I like him. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. In this situation, Ryan is armed and I am not, which I think is for the best because, once again, I'm not about trying to get the black gay character killed, but if one of them is gonna die... what's going on there? It's like a orange light. Okay, the creepy werewolf is running around. For sure. There's a possibility that they're gonna be like, the hunters are actually trying to help, and you're a jerk because you shot the hunter, and I'm gonna be like, well, I was aiming for Nick, to be fair, so... I'm just running around a little bit, see if there isn't some kind of tarot card or some shit around here. Oh. Freak show goes up in flames. Oh yeah, there's also the whole thing about the quote-unquote freak show. I wonder how that's gonna fit into this. Oh my god, is the creepy skin monster gonna be some kind of disability metaphor? Is that what's gonna happen? I don't know how much you guys know about freak shows, particularly in the United States, but essentially it's like this this trend where all sorts of disabled people and racialized people and gender non-conforming people would basically be part of like a show or a circus, and the whole idea was to gawk at how like horrible and disgusting and other their bodies were for entertainment. And it's a fraught history because it's actually one of the only ways that many disabled people throughout the like 19th and 20th centuries could independently make money, which is really grim, but also it was like this horrible, exploitative, disablest, racist, misogynistic, just disgusting thing. And the stories that you read about the kind of horrific like abuse that these people and objectification that these people faced is like really upsetting, really upsetting. It's important history for us to know about, but it's really if you end up reading about freak shows, it's just really upsetting. Abby chose to leave the forgotten toy in the cabin. Abby left her backpack in the lodge kitchen. Okay. Nick is hurt that Abby didn't try to help him. Okay, well hopefully that's them getting ready to break up.
I told all the kids to look after this. It's 3 times older than they are.
Big Tits Bobby's gonna be like, we ain't trying to kill you dinguses, while swinging a cleaver around wildly. Yeah, that's kind of my prediction. Oh, I forgot you can search that cabin. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to be better at looking around now, so... It's so weird that the fire is so recent because, as far as I know, the freak shows aren't a thing anymore. As far as I know, they're not really a thing, but it's interesting because many of people have argued that the modern version of the freak show is, for example, these kind of exploitative television shows, things like Embarrassing Bodies and stuff like that, where, you know, people in the comfort of their homes can just, like, gawk at and ridicule disabled bodies, and, like, other or deviant bodies. So there's a sense in which that, like, continues to exist in our culture and continues to be, like, horrific and exploitative and just terrible. But the freak show in the form that it took, like, in the 19th and 20th centuries, I'm not sure that exists in the same way. What is that? Jacob and Emma for summer. So I think he typed, oh my god, he carved ever and she crossed it out and wrote summer, which is hilarious. Some kind of scent marker? Well, maybe. Though this is a novelty signpost, it also acts as a chilling reminder that Hackett's Quarry really is a long way from anywhere. For hunting too, I think. Yeah, that's what I assumed you meant. That's, interesting. I didn't do enough exploring around here as Abby before, I don't think, so... Trying to have a bit of a look around. But I think most of these cabins are closed, so that should be fine. I guess I'll just go where I'm supposed to go now. Oh! There is stuff by the cabins, though. Oh, okay. I can go back. God, I wish you'd walk a little bit faster, Dylan. Come on. Chop chop. I also just have really terrible spatial awareness, so I kind of forget which cabins I've looked in. So I think room 10 is the one that I've been in already, the one that's open. It's hard to find it in the dark. Yeah, I'm not sure how the only person who had a flashlight was Emma. But hey ho. I'm obsessed with freak show history. Like, it's fascinating to see just how horrific it really was and how connected it was to literal eugenics. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dan. I've been reading about this recently because as part of the video essay that I'm currently working on for Game Assist, which is going to be like a in-depth study of Telltale's The Walking Dead, I dedicated a good portion of it so far to the study of zombies, and one of the aspects of zombies is the way that zombie bodies like represent disabled bodies. And so I was reading some interesting, obviously like really horrific, but interesting reading about like a bit about freak shows. A lot of it was stuff that I already knew to some degrees, but this kind of like objectification and gawking at disabled bodies, and this was kind of connected in this person's argument to zombies, although I have some amount of reservation about reading them as a direct metaphor. But one other aspect is, of course, the kind of euthanasia discourse that enters into zombie fiction, which is often this idea that you're better off dead than a zombie, which is something that persists in our way of thinking about disabled people, which we talk about that in our video essay about Life is Strange and disability in Life is Strange. And you can learn more about this from the organization Not Dead Yet, but essentially there's a really horrific history of kind of propaganda campaigns supporting euthanasia have been directly connected to eugenics, particularly in Nazi Germany, where for decades before the actual systemized extermination of disabled people in camps, which was kind of the early model that the Nazis tried before they used it on other groups. There was decades of kind of a public campaign legitimizing euthanasia, so essentially encouraging people to think that like their disabled family members and children were better off dead, and this was something that we were doing for their sake or to protect them. And this kind of legitimized like the systemic killing by doctors of disabled people, and the Nazis were like, this is great, but we want to do it more, so it actually wasn't enough for them. And this is how they started kind of rounding up people from asylums and hospitals and taking them to the death camps, which is obviously... Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But it's really important that we know that, and it's really important that we know that in our understanding of why the way that we talk about and engage with euthanasia is just... we just can't uncritically support it. Like, we simply cannot. Like, it's part of a program for the mass extermination of disabled people. And I'm less familiar with kind of the ways that freak shows specifically tied to that history, but like undoubtedly this kind of dehumanization of disabled bodies is part of it. The juxtaposition from Nazi-themed eugenics talk to an Amazon Prime ad with Thunder by Imagine Dragons took me the fuck out. Yeah. Christ, yeah, even Autism Speaks, which famously horrible organization. I won't claim to speak for autistic people, but I know that many autistic people diagnosed or self-diagnosing have said that Autism Speaks is a horrible disableist charity. Even Autism Speaks has eugenics-themed euthanasia statements. Fuck Autism Speaks, yeah. Fuck them. But that tells you all you need to know about euthanasia, right? Claw marks. Okay. Large jagged claw marks on the wall of the radio hut. Okay, well I couldn't find anything else by the cabins, so... Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
All good?
Absolutely fuck Autism Speaks, but it's the fact that even surface level stuff from them is horrific, and yet they are still seen as the #1 autism charity by most of America. Yeah, horrible.
Oh, this place is kind of a dump, huh?
Okay, when I was a camper here, it was barely working. It hadn't been used for years, and it took me a really long time, actually, to get this place cleaned up and looking the way it is. So, I'm sorry if it's not up to your standards, but I've been putting in a lot of TLC. Okay?
Okay.
Let me get this set up. Alright.
Anything over here we can use?
The power tools? No. That's Mr. H wanted more storage, so it's kind of how he lets me keep the station going.
Gotcha. So, how far does it go?
Oh, well, it was designed just to broadcast to the PAs around camp for announcements and to, you know, portable radios and whatever. So, I think the range is about a mile.
Okay. Being gay, that's my
How do
logic.
you even know all this stuff?
I just kind of picked it up.
The technical stuff has always been a little hard for me to get a handle on.
Well, if you like, I could show you the ropes.
Like a class?
Yeah, it's easy. Like climbing.
Sorry, just quickly, on chat is discussing Autism Speaks and why it's bad for people who might not know. This is really useful information. So, so much of their PR is just fear-mongering, and it's because they're mainly focusing on supporting autism carers, quote-unquote, aka the people with power. Yeah, I mean, this is one of our first videos on the channel, was looking at the dynamic between like a carer and an autistic character in the Mass Effect 2 DLC, and talking about how it's kind of an example or case study of how like carers often, you know, carer quote unquote often like abuse the autistic people that they're caring for. And it's often like family abuse and stuff like that. It's just awful. And Autism Speaks is very much that. I would put charity in quotation marks, but they do not meet the American definition of a charity, i.e. the CEO earns literal billions and they give barely any of their money to things that actually help the cause. Yeah, I mean, charities are hit or miss. I'm very against the NGO industrial complex for a lot of reasons. I can give my analysis of that, but we might have to park it for later because I already feel like I'm talking loads. Is Sara sacrificing men to the Swampwitch again? I am trying. Dylan be like, I got something hard you're gonna get a handle on.
Sign me up, Teach.
Anyways, this thing's gonna need a bit of a power up, but that's where this comes in.
Dust magnet.
It's supposed to be a signal booster. It's kind of janky looking, but it's worth giving a shot.
Dylan and Ryan should make a little gay radio show.
We can actually
For as long
people with this
as
thing?
they're around after
it's
they
not
kiss.
a two-way
For sure.
radio, so, you know, we can talk, but then the best we can do is switch it over to the receiver and see if anyone broadcasts anything back, which is unlikely, but...
Well, I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. So, what should I say?
Just, like, make it sound urgent.
Okay. Hello, how's it going out there? This is, we need help. This is, we are counselors at Hackett's Quarry Summer Camp, and there's been a horrible accident, attack, some stuff bad here. We need help. There is a swarm of bears, and they are everywhere,
What?
and there's these hunters, too, and they seem to be shooting at the bears, but also at us, which is not good, and a few of our friends are hurt, and we are in desperate need of help, so please, I mean, there's vicious bears, and we don't know what to do, so
What is he
please,
talking about?
come help us, SOS. This is an emergency. Save our ship. Come on down. Please help us. Did I do good? Was that?
Swarm of bears?
Yeah.
Herd of bears.
There's like one
Yeah,
creature.
herd of bears. What?
Oh, God.
All right.
I'm pretty sure the
I should
voice
just, like,
actor
switch this over to
improvised
the
this.
receiver and see if
Amazing.
we Get anything back?
Okay,
Hey
I'm
girl,
gonna
we
keep
need
an eye
help.
out
There's
for
a guy
you.
that like died or something. It'd be totally slay
Okay,
if you
yeah,
sent an
sure.
ambulance or something. Okay, bye. Okay, maybe I like Dylan. He's so stupid, it's endearing. Don't be sucked in by the stupidity of white men. But I hear you. Yeah, I mean, anti the NGO charity industrial complex in general, but the brief analysis of that situation is that, like, I'm not an expert in how charities work in the USA at all, but I've worked in charities for many years here in the UK. And the thing is that, like, charities are politically toothless organizations that are mandated by the UK government to be bipartisan and to not, quote unquote, make political statements. But this is often legally interpreted as with regards to party politics. So there are a lot of ways in which charities can kind of find ways around that if they want to, like more politically radical charities. But a lot of the time what you experience is people in these charities being very like wet liberals who are too afraid to make like radical political statements, for example, in support of Palestine, because they think that something will happen. But in fact, they're just too chicken. There are a lot of ways around it. But it's also the fact that the NGO or charity industrial complex is something that has emerged because it manufactures people's dependence on the charities, which is something that is beneficial to the status quo. So, for example, charities give assistance to certain groups of marginalized people, and that assistance can often be helpful and needed, but it is not a long-term structural or political solution to that problem. And charities depoliticize the issue and they create dependence on aid. So, for example, we are fundraising for a UK charity, Medical Aid for Palestinians, and the work that they do is really important, but ultimately what we really, really fucking need is a political and structural solution to the Palestinian struggle. And people are constantly saying, this is a humanitarian crisis. It's about humanity, not politics. All of that is bullshit. It's a political issue. It's a political crisis. And what Palestinians need is they need political liberation and freedom and the ability to have their own self-sufficiency on their own land and their own autonomy on their own land. And that's something that's systematically stripped away from them by Israel and by the imperial core. And the status quo that is beneficial is that Palestinians rely on charities and they rely on aid, but actual policies and structures that would create Palestinian autonomy, self-reliance, and political freedom, like the end of military occupation, the abolishing of like the racist apartheid Israeli legal system, the right of return for Palestinians, the right to return to their own lands and grow food on their lands, and access to clean water, and all of these things are not, considered a focus, and instead the focus is aid. So it kind of creates this status quo that's beneficial for Western countries, because Western countries also get to be like, look at us, we're so good, we're giving aid to Palestinians, but they're literally also manufacturing and profiting off of the conditions that Palestinians are in. And this kind of cycle is really beneficial, but it also works on a domestic level. Like, for example, homelessness charities that help homeless people are great. Shelters are important. Feeding houseless people is important. But ultimately, we need a political solution so that nobody is ever without a home again. And that looks like housing justice and housing policies. It looks like universal housing for everyone. It looks like rent caps. It looks like social housing. It looks like abolishing landlords. And then, eventually you will abolish the need for shelters and for feeding houseless people, because people will have things like universal basic income and housing guaranteed for them. And then the need for these charities will become defunct. That was the most succinct way I think I could put it, but yeah. USA charities are literally just businesses. There's no difference in definition. Yeah, okay, interesting. UK is slightly different, but not tons different. Not tons different because in a lot of ways, and again, having worked in UK charities and having been on trustee boards for UK charities, in a lot of ways they do run like businesses. But it's not quite as extreme, I think, as in the USA. Are there alternative places that you would advise people to donate money, or is it more the system sucks and this is the best we've got for now? Well, everything depends on like the particular issue, but the thing is, I'm always saying that like donating is all well and good, but we need to be organizing, right? So if we're taking housing, for example, it's all well and good for you to volunteer or donate to homelessness shelters. You should be doing those things. You should be feeding and talking to and giving money to houseless people that you meet on the street. You should be doing all of those things, but we need to fucking organize to get those people in houses. And that looks like political organizing. It looks like organizing with tenants unions. It looks like organizing for policy change and like lobbying the government on housing policy. Those are the things that we really need to be doing so that we can get these policies changed and like overhaul the system that makes people houseless in the first place. And I think that like a lot of charities, do your research, because some of them are super corrupt and it just doesn't fucking help. So be careful about who you're giving the money to. I think that you should donate. I think you should give your money. I think you should do all of those things to help. But it's not enough. It's not enough. What we need is long-term political solutions, and what we need is people organizing. And you can do both. You should do both. We all need to be doing both. And that's my take on that. Honestly, I think doing research on a charity, how big they are, how much their CEOs earn, etc., is good. Charlotte's absolutely right. And also, GoFundMes are often better because the money actually goes to the thing. This is great advice as well. So mutual aid is often a better idea than giving money to certain charities. So if people have GoFundMes and things, for example, in the Palestinian context, you are literally giving money to Palestinians to be able to pay for the food and housing that they need right now. If you're donating to those GoFundMes, keep doing that as often and as much as you can. And again, when you see houseless people in the street, talk to them like human beings, get to know them, but also give them food and money. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Never stop doing that. But it's like not enough. Having also worked in a lot of charities, most of them are spending the money you give them on getting more money rather than it going towards the thing that they tell you it is. Charlotte is absolutely right. Big agree, like the purpose of charities in the current political system is to exist, so the political system doesn't need to actually do anything about the problem. Exactly. So people are forced to believe that charities are the only solution because it's not something any political system can do anything about, even though it's something it very much should do something about. Yes, totally. I just also feel like when I'm not giving money, it makes me feel like a fraud. I think you should be giving money. It's just, yeah, it's mutual aid and charities that you've actually thoroughly researched. Again, like Medical Aid for Palestinians is like a pretty reliably good charity, but also donating to Palestinians. Everyone should continue doing that stuff as long as they're researching the charities and prioritizing giving money to mutual aid over charities where possible. But the emphasis is always that we need to be doing political organizing in order to create those political solutions. I think ultimately, Dean, I want to try and say this in the most compassionate way possible. We all feel powerless sometimes, but we have to keep doing it. Because if we don't keep doing it, then nothing will change. And what's more important than how we feel is the fact that people are dying. And I'm trying to like be compassionate because I also often feel powerless, and I also often have crises about whether anything that I'm doing is actually helping. But I think I often remind myself that what is more important than me feeling useless or powerless is that people's lives are at stake every single day. And we have to be in it for the long haul, otherwise people are just going to keep dying. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get you, and it's okay to talk about those difficult feelings, but it's not okay to let those difficult feelings stop us from doing what we need to do. You know what I mean? Which I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying that as like a general thing for anybody who's watching or listening, who might need to hear it.
Wait, did he say lodge?
I don't know. Hold on.
Slightly completely unrelated to the Quarry tangent, but a good one, I hope. Also, we can all be there for each other to help with those kinds of difficult feelings.
We can't be sure they were talking about us.
I don't know. It really, really sounded like they were.
But that's not possible, right? Shit.
They know where we are, man.
We can't stay.
Completely related. Dylan would absolutely say, man, I feel sad for X minority and not do anything to help. Yeah, you're right. He would. He's a white gay man. Oh my god, okay.
Why didn't you tell me that there's something out there?
I wasn't sure, man.
Fuck, what the fuck was that?
I have no idea.
Okay. Is something gonna happen right now? Are we gonna have a possible scenario where these gays could die? Dylan would be like, I'm gay, so I'm an oppressed minority. I don't have to do anything. Yeah. Dylan is a gay assimilationist.
Is it a bear?
He got marriage equality and then he was like, that's it. I'm done. LMAO, not the message drawing all these people to them. I know. What if we kissed while the monsters try to break in and eat our organs? So there are so many times when this game is trying to get me to shoot first, think later. And I'm like, my instinct is not to shoot first and think later.
Caitlin, Abby, and Nick, they're coming up the path.
Oh, shit.
They're coming toward us. We gotta warn them. What about the PA?
Up top? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can tell them to hide or something.
Oh no, Sara's gonna have to do some shooting. These men are doomed. Well, good, because I'm trying to kill these men off.
Shit.
Well, maybe not Ryan, but...
Hold the button.
Caitlin, get into a building now. Do not come up here. There's an animal outside the radio hut. Just get into a cabin now. Go!
Oh, holy shit. You can eat my organs anytime, Ryan.
Fuck, dude.
They're gone.
Path updated. I know a lot of the time my instinct is also not to make a lot of noise. Like, I don't know what we're dealing with. Maybe I've been playing too much fucking zombie games recently, but...
Okay, is there anything we can do?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just an animal, right? I mean, maybe we can scare it off?
Well, yeah. I mean, if
I think it's
has
actually a
hearing
raccoon.
Like a dog, maybe we can play like a really high pitched feedback loop and just blast it, and I mean it would hurt like hell, but you know.
Yeah, just a really long, skinny, messed up raccoon. Okay, sure. Let's go with the white Twink's plan.
Okay, come on, Dylan. Let's do this.
You can eat my organs anytime, Ryan.
Come on.
I don't know why I said it in that voice.
Almost.
Okay, if they're doing a feedback loop, I'm taking my headphones off. Very fair.
Hey, Dylan, just take a breath. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Okay, yeah. Right. There's something missing. What's missing? Oh crap. I pulled the wire.
Fix it. I'll cover you.
Oh, I'm just a poor southern belle. I'd be completely helpless if some strong, handsome man were to eat my organs. Tempted to just do the rest of the stream in that accent. Ah! Ah! Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh my god, what? Oh my god, what is happening? What is happening? Amputation, amputation, amputation. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, just hang. Yeah, that's what the tarot card told me to do.
Fuck! Okay. Just hang on.
Chainsaw, 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 chainsaw. Come on. Chainsaw. Why would you amputate with a shotgun? Even if I hadn't seen that tarot card.
Yes, fucking do it! Fucking do it!
Tourniquet, tourniquet, tourniquet. Ah, you idiots. Oh my god, why would you not? Just a flesh wound.
The wire, get the wire.
Come on.
What?
Stop. Oh my god, stop the bleeding.
Plug it into the thing.
Oh my god.
Keep pressure on. Ah.
Why would you A, not put on a tourniquet of some kind, just rip some cloth? B, stop the bleeding.
What do I do?
The button.
God, it's almost like these people don't play as much Walking Dead as I do. Nah, it's just a prank. It's just ketchup.
Oh, we blew the speaker.
It did the trick. Nice work, Dylan.
No, they don't know what genre they're in. Listen, I'm just saying, Dean, you don't want to be in a situation where we're climbing together and you get into a climbing accident and I have to chop off your arm. Well, maybe you do, because at least I would know what to do.
Why did you do that? You told me to.
If it was spreading, surely you would chop it off higher than the wrist. I think you're right, Chris, because I was looking and I was like, why are they only cutting it off at the wrist? I don't understand. I don't know.
I don't know. That thing's gone, but we heard those hunter guys on the radio.
What?
Picked up their walkie signal. They knew we were here.
Fuck, you get a message out?
I'm not sure anyone heard it.
Great.
That's like an easy mistake to make, Dan, because Dean the Disaster is also a white twink, more or less.
Oh my god.
Do you self-identify as a twink, Dean?
Oh, I'm okay. I mean, I'm not. But it doesn't hurt.
Okay, you're in shock. Holy fucking shit. Did that thing do this?
You guys really need to do something about that blood loss.
Sort of.
Like, that is an open fucking wound. That is... that's gonna get infected.
Busted. One of the friendly locals wanted to say hi.
Also, yeah, how is he still conscious?
Did you shoot at us?
Who's there?
Okay, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind in the future.
Who was she?
Should we follow her?
Dean does not self-identify in that way. For future reference. Everyone is being very chilled about the literal amputation. Should have just put the shotgun on the shoulder, blammo, no more arm. Unfortunately, I did get the fortune-telling
Oh, shit, Dylan,
tarot
what is
card
that?
that told me I needed to use the chainsaw, so...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, a sexy lesbian eye patch shotgun lady? Where? What do you mean you wouldn't want to be in a situation where you got into a climbing accident and then someone needed to amputate your arm? What are you talking about? What is this music? Come on. We're having a nice little chilling acoustic song because my friend's arm just got chopped off and it's a really beautiful night. Emma spilled strawberry jam at the Wait, is that Emma? Oh no. Emma better be fucking alive. I was doing my damnedest to keep her alive.
Oh, you're back. Looks like that's one less vermin in the world. Let's take a look once more.
Who would amputate with a shotgun?
No cards means no reading. Simple as that. Keep looking, though. There
Damn
are
it.
still cards to find somewhere out there. We spend so much time looking toward the future.
This constant
It's easy
tonal
to
shift
forget
is
that the
wild.
past
Yeah, a
holds
little bit.
secrets too. Worth remembering that. So it's goodbye again. I'll be here. I'll wait for you.
Oh no, I missed a card.